So it's a tragedy, isn't it? Gave up the reward, and when he returned home, nothing was the same. Why tell the story of a fool like him? If it were me, I'd have stayed on the island. Apples aren't my favorite, but that'd hardly be an issue. Looks like we have new friends joining us.
This is a nice place to rest. Are you all telling stories?
More people. Sorry, be nice. Sorry, he's probably feeling unwell. Been like this since we never Let us introduce ourselves first. I'm Tolfin. As you can see, I deal with the odds and ends and I tell a few stories. These two are Mr. and Mrs. Shesternin, who are on their way back from Novokitsagrad from Nasha Town, I believe. This trail is a tough one. Brave of you two to make the attempt. We have our reasons for coming here, but that's personal and a long story, so let's leave it at that.
It's our turn now, right? Paimon is Paimon, and he's a traveler. We're adventurers just passing by.
Oh? Then you must have heard of Reed Miller's great treasure. They say that the key unlocking its secret lies within the 5 fruits of the Congnoscenti. Treasure hunting is in the blood of an adventurer. For Paimon's sake, I must obtain the great treasure. I guess.
You're doing this for Paimon? Paimon's touched. When we get the great treasure, she'll share half of it with you for sure, traveler.
You weren't gonna share it with me? Hello? Speaking of that, I've told many stories about Reed Miller, and I was fortunate enough to lay my eyes on a proof of the Cognoscenti. One of them was even found by my friend. Coincidentally, this is the very spot we're resting at was built by that friend of mine. Knowing him, the proof of Cognoscenti might very well be here. Are you talking about that Papa Wrench? Oh, it appears my friend is quite famous. Back then he was traveling between the islands with a caravan, and as it happened, I would have some dealings with them. Come to think of it, his story is quite extraordinary. Though he lost his memory due to an accident, his skill in crafting and maintaining machinery is as remarkable as ever. And at the very accident that cost him his memory loss, that shipwreck from many years ago. I'm sure you've heard it too, Mr. and Mrs. Shesterin. I believe him to be a survivor of that incident. That there could be such a coincidence. Zorik survived that incident too, but my father wasn't as lucky. Danyusha, didn't we agree to leave all that behind? Yes, I know, but lately I've been thinking, Father loved me, loved us so much. Were he still alive, he wouldn't sit and let this happen.
Are you two in trouble? Perhaps we can help?
You? Right. You're adventurers, then could you find the great treasure for us? Piece of cake? What do you mean? Sure, with fair compensation and honest work. Yeah, I would like to be compensated for my money, please. Money. It all comes down to money in the end. Nothing negotiable with Anmora, is that it? I mean, listen, you're asking someone to do work. Are you gonna pay them fair wages?
Why are you suddenly so agitated? You're the one commissioning us to find something for you, so of course you need to compensate us. We enjoy helping others, sure, but it's not right to expect us to work for free.
I would like everyone in the arts industry just stop trying to make your artists being paid on exposure. We need to be fed. Working for free? The Papa Wrench I knew was exactly that sort of person.
But how would he make a living like that?
He was lucky that the caravan leader looked after him. If it weren't for that, I don't think he would have lasted long. He only charged nominal fees for making and repairing machinery. Sometimes he even did it for free. He did the same when it came to teaching others about machines, sharing his knowledge without reserve. The children in the caravan loved him too, because he had endless stories to tell. Though I should clarify, I could go toe-to-toe with him on that. Too bad I didn't prepare candies for my audience like he did, though. His little listeners were, without exception, all captivated by the sweet candies and fantastical stories.
Now you gotten Paimon all curious about meeting him. It must be fun listening to his stories. Woo! Paimon wants to hear about how you found the proof of cognoscenti.
Unfortunately, he's no longer with us.
Wait, you were saying?
He built all the mechanical devices here for a child called Dinette. She was rendered eccentric and hard to get along with by an illness that tormented her. It took Papa Wrench quite some time to get close to her, too. These devices were originally made to make her happy and fulfill a small wish of hers. But that poor child didn't make it. After that, Papa Wrench also passed away from his chronic illness and overwhelming grief. How do you have so many sad stories to tell? Madam, you're mistaken. Other than tragedies, I also have plenty of stories about righteous bandits robbing the rich to help the poor and tales of underdogs getting their revenge to share. But for now, perhaps the two of you could provide some story material. How about a family-friendly treasure hunting tale? The treasure in this case would, of course, be the proof of cognoscenti that Papa Wrench left behind. He once said that, should he pass, all his belongings would be mine to handle as I see fit. I'm sure he wouldn't mind a couple of adventures taken in exchange for a great story. After a thrilling adventure by the mirror-sheen Blue Amber Lake, the two adventurers find the treasure at last. A cliche, perhaps, but captivating evergreen tale nonetheless. What do you think?
In that case, we'd be happy to. But, rather than our story, could you tell us more about Papa Wrench later?
No problem. Like I said, all the mechanical devices here were built to make Tinette happy. According to Papa Wrench's vision, Tinette would need to go on a quest like a true adventurer. She'd have to collect lots of Stella fruit, deliver them to Sergeant Octopus, and practice his trial to awaken Colonel Iron Whale. Then the proof of cognoscenti would be her reward. That's all the hints I can give for now. If you two run into any difficulty, just think of this as extra spice in our story.
It's alright. Papa Wrench wouldn't make anything too tough on purpose. Right? This should be way easier than those mechanisms in the ruins.
Alright then. Show me what you're capable of. Sergeant Octopus has command over 2 areas, and you can start the challenge from either one. As for you, Mr. and Mr. Shisterdine, since you're just passing through and don't intend to be held up by this treasure hunt, please excuse me if I accompany you no further. Of course, but we'll stay here for a while longer. You guys say anything? Yes, since the proof of cognoscenti is well within reach, we might have a chance of getting it too. It may not be as valuable as the great treasure, but it's an essential key for those who covet said treasure. Yes, you're right. I think we could perhaps use it to buy ourselves some time to turn things around. Zorik, are you listening? I'm listening. You're right. However, Stella fruit only grow near Blue Amber Lake, and the climate here is indeed very different from everywhere else. The atmosphere in the air is beyond words. You need to deliver enough Stella fruit before Sergeant Octopus revealed the trial's contents. Well, since this is a fairy tale, I suppose it doesn't really count as bribery. What is this? I don't think I read this, actually. Messily scribbled notes. Where are the other ones? This is all meant to fulfill Tinette's wish. I do not wish to say that this is her final wish, for I hope that it is not so. I've told her every story I know, and even some I do not, but invented to comfort her. Tolfin often comes to see us, and though he is a little good at it, he does his best to tell her stories he can barely get through telling, such as, "It is a sight more marvelous than a rainbow, the aurora that hangs in the night sky, though you can only catch sight of it very rarely, even in the northernmost reaches of the northernmost of nations. They say, you know, that you'll find treasure at the end of a rainbow. What great prize then awaits those who can climb the vivid satins that come rolling down from the very heavens? I feel like that is Irish folklore, but I could be wrong." I remember that as Tinette heard this tale, the candlelight flickered as if a gentle breeze was blowing through. She said her voice like a sigh, and if only she had heard this story earlier, she might still have the strength to go to that northernmost of nations in the story to see those dreamlike satins in the sky with her own eyes. It's all right, child. It's all right. I'll bring you those satins, just so that you can see them. So I have to collect these fruits. Yoink! If I just pick this up. Yes! Okay, perfect. The guy's name, is that supposed to be a Tolkien reference, actually? That would make sense why he's a storyteller then. I'm just gonna... My greediness will come to bite me in the ass later. Don't look at me, don't look at me. Oh shit. Oh, okay, I'm fine. We are okay. We're okay. We're okay. Okay, fine.
Observe, be silent.
Wow, he does nothing. I need my Yalon to do something. It's a water-type creature, but I cannot do anything.
See you at the graveyard.
I think I got ciphered. I'm getting ciphered. Very badly, actually. That's my biggest damager on this team right now. That's bad. I was not built for this. She's just a baby. She's just a baby. Go down. You have a smidgen of health, bro. Oh, we're fine. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. Anyway, we're gonna ignore all that. Here you go. Have some of that.
You should be ready to take on the challenge now.
Yes. Oh. Okay, so what does that do? Oh, no. It is, okay. How do I... Oh. That's not the worst. I can do that. That's fine. There's definitely a better way to do this, and I've not figured it out. Well, that took out maybe like 3 things. Perfect! Oh, okay, we got electricity. It's being pumped into the ship? Why is it being pumped into the ship? I love that everything here has tiny little faces. It makes me so happy. Okay, we have the other ones.
Seems like we can activate it now.
Try to activate it. Go. Are these jumping puzzles? Ooh, it's just like Sumeru. Whee! Yay! Perfect. Also, I love that this electricity is not killing every single fish that's in this lake right now. It is levitating! What have you done? The thing's moving, but how do I operate it? Seems the device for waking Colonel Iron Whale is missing some parts. That figures. Even guarded treasures are coveted by others, let alone unguarded ones. So the proof of Cognoscenti. The treasure is hidden here? It's certainly nearby, but... Why don't we just take it apart then? It's a little more than a pile of scrap anyway. This way you won't have to play this little game of pretend anymore. Why not just make things easier? That's certainly one way to go about it. Time to spice up the story, I guess.
Paimon's gonna sneeze from all that spice. There must be some other way. We just need to find some missing parts, right? We're good at finding things.
Speak for yourself, Paimon! I couldn't see the chest in front of me! If we're talking about spare parts, I might have some leads.
Wow! Are you really gonna give us clues like that?
It's not unusual to receive aid from mysterious characters in stories, right? Mr. Chesternin, if you're also interested in the treasure's whereabouts, it's not too late to join us. I'm a collector, so of course I'm interested in the proof of Cognoscenti, but I won't play along with your childish games. Well, you can certainly try to challenge Colonel the Iron Whale on your way. Let's see who can locate the treasures first. As for you, adventurers, please follow me. You gonna say anything? This is a hunk of metal junk. Well, just you wait till I fix things up somewhere. Papa Wrench's workshop is down this way. You should be able to find spare parts there.
Then all we need to do is activate the lift, right? Paimon's got this. Huh? Where's the lever? Ah! Weasel thief! Steal the lever!
Well, this is unexpected. Don't worry, I'll handle things from here.
But...
Hugin, it's your turn to shine. So you just have a weasel thief, okay.
And where did you come from?
It's not that unusual for traveling merchants to have a few clever companions, no? Quickly, let's catch up to it. We're chasing down a weasel thief.
You're so fast! We need to catch them!
Good thing I have Yalon. Damn it.
Ah, where'd they all come from? Are they in cahoots with that weasel thief?
Maybe they're trying to steal the why do they want the lever? While this is happening, Hugin catches the weasel thief. Perfect!
Thanks, Hugin!
Oh, you're so cute!
It dropped the lever and ran away? What does that weasel thief want with this thing anyway?
Alright, let's head back. If we take too long, Mr. Shinner might find the treasure before we do. Are you sure?
That's right, Traveler, we can't lose him!
Does it say anything about this lever? A lever for operating the lift. Thanks. Thanks for the description. Oh.
Is deep underground? It doesn't look like there would be a workshop here at all. More like a mole's nest. I don't think I read that right, actually.
Uh-huh. Where are we going, buddy? Buddy, where are we going? Oh, okay. I just need to walk ahead of it. Look at the way it jumps. It's so cute. Uh-huh. Wow. Look at you go. Look at him go. It's so cute. Oh, Heliotros, hold on. I got you, bro. I got you. No one will hurt the little buddy today.
Gotcha.
I'm getting slightly hurt from this thing, actually. There we go. Where did... Okay. Don't walk in the fire, buddy. That's probably a bad idea. Uh-huh. Oh! Messily Scribbled Notes 3. What is this? I'm gonna take that, but also, what is this?
Greater pleasure.
I don't like that it had a cutscene and then went into the notes. I'm scared. Messily Scribbled Notes 3. Tinette's illness has taken a turn for the worse. Danil has taken her to see the best doctor we can afford, but to no avail. We dared not give her the diagnosis in full, but she's already guessed it. Clever. All too clever, that girl. Sometimes I wish she were not so. Perhaps then a smile could yet prevail on her gaunt face. Poor child. I know she has a difficult temper and does not love to speak. Those sudden outbursts of rage surely stem from a sickness torrent. Light in her eyes flicker like a dying candle. What must I do to keep that feeble flame alive? Tinette has grown so ill that she can no longer travel with the caravan. We've decided to make camp at Blue Amber Link. Here lies an underground warehouse left by Archon knows who, one that contains quite a few so-called legacies of the Golden Age. That suits me perfectly. I've had the underground space modified to a workshop, something that Danil and the caravan members also helped greatly with. Okay, so she's getting even more sick.
This isn't a spare part. Did Papa Wrench leave this here? So it's like Tolfin said, he stayed for Tinette's sake.
I didn't expect Hugin to dig up something like this. But judging by your words, did you doubt what I said? Well, they did come from someone who'd give away a friend's treasure.
Ah, when you put it like that, Traveler, it does sound suspicious. If I was just playing along earlier, just so you know, we had to see what tricks you had up your sleeve. What are you planning now, bringing us to this place? Best be warned, Traveler is super strong!
To me, you're both unexpected guests, but great spices for this story all the same. I can hardly thank you enough. Why would I ever mean you harm? I don't like that you're smirking like that, though. Well then, let's keep searching for the spare parts. I really don't know where Papa Wrench left the proof of Cognoscenti, so it's all on you now. Magic! That totally could have hurt, little buddy!
Huh? What's going on here?
Ah, we're gonna get electrocuted. Huh. Seems like Sergeant Octopus isn't feeling well. Perhaps it's getting aggressive because it's not used to the environment. After all, underground caves aren't exactly where octopuses usually hang out. Sergeant, pull yourself together!
Your power is essential in awakening Colonel Iron Whale, Sergeant!
How exactly do we make it stop? Looks like we'll have to get closer to make it stop. Well then, I'll leave it to you, Traveler and Paimon. Homie has not been doing shit. Bro, Should I recite a few silly limericks to set the mood? Perhaps not. I would like some silly limericks, actually. I just don't want to get electrocuted, that's all. Ah! Woo! Woo! Ow. Woo! Woo! Okay, we're fine. Stop killing father, my bad.
It finally stopped. Maybe this guy needs a demotion to Corporal Octopus. It's safe now, Traveler. Let's look around for spare parts.
3 humans and a weasel search up and down until you finally find the spare parts.
Awesome! Now we can go wake Colonel Iron Whale up, right?
Whoa, I think he's already awake, bro.
What's going on? Ah! The path we came from has been blocked. This is such a plot device.
Oh? Looks like this is becoming quite a spicy story. I can't handle spicy food! Don't worry, leave it to Hugin. Treasure hunting isn't all it can do. It's also good at pathfinding. You see, just follow its lead. We're bound to find something good.
You're not gonna do anything yourself, are you? It's been on us or your weasel thief this whole time!
Man! Wait, what does the spare part say? Need a spare part. A spare part that looks like a clockwork key. Okay, well, man, sometimes the things are just like, ooh, look, lore importance, and then sometimes it's just like, that's a key, wow. You find a page of the journal. Journal! Wait, no, I want to read it, Messily scribbled notes. 2. A few days ago, I met a traveling merchant who had just traveled south from Novikitsigrad. We had a lovely chat and I felt quite nostalgic. I had yet to learn that this was because I originally was from that city. Fate's coincidences tend to come at you suddenly like that, I suppose. I discovered a foreign yet familiar face in the newspaper she brought along. The person in that picture had hair not yet stained by hoarfrost and a carefree smile. This was me, 10 or more years ago. It was only upon reading the obituary in the corner that I truly remembered all I had lost. But the old Chesternian was the one who owned all of this, and he is dead. Dunyusha had inherited his family name and possessions, and as has Zorik. 10 years on, I still know not which hands those were that pushed me off the side of the ship. It was all too sudden. Surely Zorik simply could not react in time, but the incident that occurred aboard the Fortunate One was but a tragic incident. Surely. Dunyusha, my child, what can I now do to mend the losses you have suffered since your mother passed? Even my attempts at reparations were not to last. For though it was not my intent, I caused you to lose a father also. There is nothing I can do for her now. Surely a visit from a dead man uninvited will not find any welcome. Wait, is this the same Zorik, though?
Same handwriting as earlier. Wait, Dunyusha? Zorik? Is Dunyusha Papa Wrench's daughter then? But Paimon thought he fell into the sea because of an accident that happened 10 years ago aboard the Fortunate One.
Yunin, you just had to dig this page out, didn't you? I guess I have no choice but to... He's gonna kill us!
Paimon knew you were up to no good! Traveler, quick, draw your sword, quick!
No choice but to tell you all of my plans now, and ask that you pretend you know nothing from this point on.
Huh?
I was there the day Papa Wrench saw the obituary. He had a strange look on his face, so I asked him about the matter. Even so, he kept insisting that he couldn't remember the details from 10 years ago. Always assuming the best of others. That's just the way he was. Besides, he had Tinette to take care for, so everything else took a backseat. After he passed, I kept my ear to the ground and... what do you know? News reached me that the Shinnersteins had exhausted their wealth over the last 10 years and had landed in serious debt. So I sent a messenger to tell a story. Have you heard? The proof of the Congnoscenti can lead you to the great treasures at the Blue Amber Lake in Nodkrai. You are going to give him the proof of the Congnoscenti? Technically, it is Papa Wrench, Mr. Schernerstein Sr.'s inheritance. As his legal heir, Zorik has the right to it. I'm not as charitable as old Papa, but I wanted to give Zorik a chance to prove himself. And that's how the treasure hunt came to be. He's not interested in the story or the setting, but he seems determined to get the proof all the same. It's entirely possible that he might find it before you two.
That won't do!
Indeed. Therefore, my plan is to ask you to interfere with the process. Or, should I say, finders keepers. As long as you get to it before him, of course. Though if your conscience permits, you can let him find it first before taking it off his hands. Not a terrible strategy either, that. What do I look like, a treasure hoarder?
So that's your plan? Paimon doesn't get it. Do you want him to have it or not? And what if we didn't come this way? What was your original plan?
A scheme abandoned hardly matters in the present, does it? I have great faith in your treasure hunting skills. When we go back out, please pretend you've heard nothing. That would not do for me to appear biased, after all.
Looks like we're back on the path we came from. We should be able to get out now.
Where's the elevator? Do I just drop down? Hugin, where did Hugin go? Hugin? Hugin! Bless you. So, you found the spare parts? Seems you're helpless against this hunk of metal junk. Guess it's up to us to waken Colonel Iron Whale then.
We won! The proof of Congnoscenti is ours now!
Well, congratulations. But are you really going to activate the device right now? This thing looks like it's been out of use for a while and there might be some malfunction. Mr. Shennerstein, are you worried that such malfunction might hurt one of us? How thoughtful. However, with the treasure within our reach, it would be too much to ask us to simply ignore it.
Yeah, that's right! Traveler, let's install the parts and start it up right now!
You guys say anything? No? I guess I'm installing. It genuinely looks like one of Aino's machines. Oh, that's so pretty. What the hell? Wait, that's gorgeous. It's like the Spirit Ways, actually, in Natlin. This must have been the gift that Papa Wrench wanted to give to Net. Shocking.
Did something shiny just fly upward? Was that the proof of Cognoscenti?
I'll go up and take a look. You can climb up that thing?
Can we even call ourselves adventurers if we can't even manage that? Even if the Traveler can't do it, Paimon sure can.
Paimon, you would never do it. What a reliable companion you are. Well then, I hope to hear good news from you soon. Maybe there are others. Other what? It's a shame that Tanet couldn't see all of this with her own eyes. She would have loved it. Oh, was he trying to replicate the Aurora Borealis? I'm gonna cry. Collect the shiny fragments. Wait, that's so pretty. Stop, she just wanted to show the Aurora Borealis to her dying daughter, like...
Shiny spotted! Let's collect them, shall we?
Sure, yeah, I can do that. Ah! Wait, there's a Koneki up ahead. Okay, you're saying to go that way. I will follow your lead, buddy. Damn, this spans the entire place. Well, there's two of you now. The music in the background's also super pretty. Man, I feel bad because like she never got to see this. Because I'm assuming she died before he finished building this machine. Okay, I'm glad they're just like you landed because otherwise I don't know how Arlecchino would get down from there. Wait, stop! Oh, it's a picture of all three of them!
Those shiny things we collected earlier, they look like pictures. But where's all the proof of cognoscenti? Paimon didn't see anything like that at all.
Maybe someone already swiped it? The experiences and memories we gain are the most precious of treasures. Okay, I know that's the right answer, but also...
Uh-huh. And adventurers would have all starved to death long ago if that was always the case. Not that we can do anything about that right now, though. Let's go back first.
Ha! You're too late. You didn't find the proof of cognoscenti up there, did you?
Huh? How did you...
Sure, but we found something more precious still. More precious? Impossible.
Judging by that smug look he's wearing, he's probably found the proof ahead of us. Might as well try to trick him here.
Oh? You want me to play along with your little act, then? I just realized we're whispering in front of this person, like they can't hear us. Well, there are 5 proofs of cognoscenti after all. Nor would locating the great treasure be simple or fair even after one collects them all. So, I would hardly be surprised if something of Papa Wrench's collection could far surpass a single proof in value. Such an item exists?
Of course! You could call it priceless, even! Paimon has no idea what Traveler's up to, but that exactly isn't a lie, right? Memories are priceless. Besides, just ask Tolfin or something. He'd pick what we've got over the proof, we're sure.
What would a wandering merchant like him know? I get it now, brat. You're bitter because you lost, aren't you? You're upset that I didn't need to play your little game to get the treasure. I happen to be in a good mood, so I'll pass the advice to you for free. Forget about the rules. People who stick to them hardly ever get the life they deserve. Fortune favors those who think outside the box, like me, see? You did all that work, and in the end you still couldn't find the proof of cognoscenti. Zorik takes out a pristine and opulent goblet. It's hard to believe that it also belonged to Papa Wrench's collection. Yes, it is indeed true that one of the 5 proofs of cognoscenti is a goblet. But as far as I know, that one is in the Fatui's possession. Many treasure hunters had their eyes on it, in fact. The proof that Papa Wrench found was a mask, and he would often let children play with it. As for this goblet, I do believe that it's a gift the caravan leader brought from Snezhnegrad. But Papa Wrench never could bring himself to use such a precious thing. It's valuable, of course, but nothing compared to the proof of cognoscenti, which in turn makes it even less valuable than the treasure Traveler found, I fear. That's impossible. It appears even a seasoned collector such as you can be mistaken at times, Mr. Shinnerstein. If it sets your mind at ease, you're free to find an appraiser for it when you return to Novigrad. Where's the real proof of cognoscenti, then? Forget it. What's the treasure you spoke of, kid? The one you claim is the superior find? You may have beaten me, but I shan't accept it until you've shown me what you've found.
Huh? That's... The picture and memories might be priceless to Tolfin, but could we really say something like, "This is the most valuable treasure," without embarrassing ourselves? Hurry, Traveler, think of something!
Since there's more to what happened aboard the Fortunate One 10 years ago, before we show you this, take a look at this. You show the picture from earlier to Zorik. What is this trickery? Who commissioned you to do this? Was that old man? Still alive? Where is he?
So you are the Zorik that Papa Wrench mentioned!
Papa Wrench. So he lured me here with a fake name so he can have his revenge, is that it? You think you could take me?
Revenge? What are you talking about? Wait, so the one who pushed Papa Wrench off the ship was...
Drop the act. You're all working for that old man, aren't you? Wait, does Danyusha know? Is she in on this too? That woman, she agreed so quickly because she knew that this was all a trap all along, didn't she? Offering to deliver the letter, doing all that just to isolate me? That's right, it's over. You're getting ahead of yourself. Actually, no, it's over. We're catching you red-handed. No, not one of you will ever get to me. Not you, and not that old man. Zorik scurries away, not even bothering with the precious goblet he mistook for the proof of cognoscenti.
Are you just letting him go? You don't have any grudge against him, but isn't Papa Wrench your friend?
Don't worry. The path he took looks more dangerous. I'll not be surprised if something happens to him.
What do you mean?
I mean that Papa Wrench has many other friends aside from me. Besides, who doesn't love a story where justice is served? I'm afraid 10 years wasn't long enough to change his ways. He had proven himself the changed man, even just a little while. I would have forgiven him, per Papa Wrench's wishes. Alas, like many others, he too is a prisoner to his baser instincts. What a tragedy. What saddens me more is the lack of a winner in all our treasure hunting game. No new story material for me, then.
Oh, Paimon almost forgot! Where exactly is the proof of cognoscenti? Will we find it here? Can we ask Kunin for help?
Might this be what you're looking for? The mask? You just had it?
The mask? Is this it? What? How? You just had it on you this whole time?
Not quite. Zurich did find it first, but he thought the flashier, fancier goblet was the real proof, so he just tossed the mask aside. And now that he's forfeited it, the treasure's yours.
Seems like a freebie, but we worked hard for it too. It's just our reward.
That's right. If you ended up revealing the great treasure's secrets, well, that would make for a fascinating story. Guess I'll come visit Colonel Iron Whale from time to time. About the proofs of cognoscenti, they make for great stories, so I do know a thing or two. Allegedly, there were 5 proofs of cognoscenti in total. Besides the one Papa Wrench had, there are 2 more on the 3 southern islands. The remaining 2 are further north. You might find more clues about them in Pyramida. If you're also interested in the great treasure, you might want to keep an eye out for them. Wait, is Dunyasha still down there? Or did she run off too? Wait, she also ran off, what? So she's gone too, what the hell? Is there no note 1? I'm still missing a note. Messily scribbled notes 1. Follow the caravan to Kisi Island. The people there call themselves the Frost Moon Scions. According to Danil, they're an adherent of the Moon Maiden. They have an interesting way of viewing things. For example, most of them reject the use of Kunpaki devices, believing that to use them is to abuse their deity's blessings. As such, I did not have to help them repair anything while the caravan was there and only needed to fix their own machines. To my surprise, a girl of 10 or so came to look for me in secret during a break and asked to be taught some mechanical principles. Perhaps she was concerned that she would be discovered by the others, but she did not give me her full name until we were leaving. She was somewhat impetuous, but she had both enthusiasm and talent, and learned the basics I taught very quickly. And it's just a shame that the Frost Moon Science will likely not let her fiddle with machines in public. I left her a few technical manuals that I got through trade with other traveling merchants. Danil initially thought that these little books could help me regain my memories. I hope she can buckle down and gain something from those texts. I stayed a few days more in Nasha Town this time. Come to think of it, this is the first time we've been split off from the rest of the caravan for this long. Danil and Demian seemed to go a good way back, with the latter arranging for my lodgings after only a short chat, right next to his own place to boot. I'll be inconveniencing them until Danil and the others get back from Snezhnogrod, but Demian doesn't seem to mind at all. In fact, he wound up speaking to me about machines quite a bit, starting off with the origin of the name Papa Wrench. It's a bit embarrassing now that I think about it, since he clearly picked that topic just so that I had things to say. I say it's no wonder he's in sole charge of the flagship here in Nasha Town despite his youth. Danil did ask if I wanted to join them in going to Snezhnogrod or perhaps Novokitsigrad. After all, that's where my technical skills are from, so it's likely that I'll find my identity and past there as well. However, a nebulous unease kept me from going. I do not know what it is I fear. Perhaps it had to do with some of my lost memories, or with some incident I encountered. Seeing my hesitation, Danil had made a call for me. Even took care of everything else, just as he had done for me all this time. Not that there's any point bringing up any of my unfortunate past. I don't remember them. But I will say this, that meeting Danil and the rest of the caravan was no wise misfortune. If not for them, I would have lost my life long ago. Out there on those shallows. They took me in while I had nothing. I can do so little to repay them. Nasha Town's home to many children, though I dare not imagine their circumstances. But then again, as with me, what they might need is neither sympathy nor pity. Indeed, just writing these two words almost seems to bring someone's arrogant face to mind. Still, I'm glad they at least find my stories interesting, though that might be down to the candies I brought. I learned that trick from Danil, by the way. Always bring a few in your pockets, just in case. Among the kids, however, there's one who's more interested in the tools I always keep at my hip than any tale about Snezhguruchka. While I asked if she'd like to carry one in her hand, how her eyes sparkled. Katya, the Speranza's boss, takes great care of these kids for the most part. She rather gently gave us space so that I could tell this girl I know mention about the techniques in which have much skill. That's why Aino's designs look like this, and why the ones here look like that. Wait! That's so cute. The art of communicating with the machines. It seems just that I'm lucky to have had Danil and the others take me in. These children have found a fortune that belongs to them. Even in a world filled with such terrible tragedies, there's so many kind people. I quickly found that Aino is not only interested, but stunningly talented at working with these machines. I've taught her how to distinguish the material made of gears, calibrate pressure indicators, and adjust safety valves, and she has proven not only quicker to learn than the rest, but also capable of inferring other knowledge from such lessons. Watching her working away with tools still too unwieldy for her, turning scattered components into intricate devices, I'm truly happy for her. She is a diamond in the rough, but even so, she already shines with a radiance all on her own. Danil and the others have finally returned to Nasha Town from Snezhnegrad. It's time I packed up my things and made ready to travel with them. A right shame that is. I cannot stay here for longer. Stop! I didn't realize he was Aino's teacher! That's so cute! Oh, literally cry right now! Stratagema-Congnoscenti's mask. A cold mask that once concealed a true face. It is said to be a keepsake from Reed Miller, the founder of the Treasure Hoarders. No adornments grace the mask, but for the frosty moonlight that dances across its pure silver facade. Wait, this has lore to it? Stratagema-Congnoscenti's mask. According to the tales that circulate in Nasha Town today, the Master Thief once walked the world without disguise, free and tall. It was only after the cold gibbet in front of the royal court failed to take his life that he began wearing the silver mask that might have covered his handsome face forevermore. Had he not taken off once more, and for good, after the pitch-black calamities swept the borderlands. Over the centuries, countless rumors have circulated about the reason behind the Master Thief's actions. Some say he did what he did to keep himself safe from the relentless searches happening in Snezhnaya, while others say that he wore a mask to hide certain marks that had been left on him by the executioner. Some tales claim that the Master Thief put on the mask after growing weary of the love or hate of the maddening crowd, that his close shave with death had left him a changed man, taciturn and sparring with his words. No matter the truth, the Master Thief's silver mask had become his symbol, and combined with the spectacular heists of countless treasures at the Borderland Governor's Palace, its legends have become as golden rain to the poor, nourishing their sleep with countless lovely dreams. You once prayed to the gods, to your masters, but none answered your wails. That's because the gods are just as helpless. Just like us mortals, they're trapped in the mortal world beneath the moon. They cry out in horror and despair, but none heard them. Brothers, the gods can save no one. Like us, they couldn't even save themselves. All we could do was take pity on each other. The thief who wore the silver mask held the gods in open contempt, scorning the empty fame that the nobles vied for so desperately. To the taciturn thief, both the Northland Tsar and the mistress of the Frost Moon deserved his contempt and silence equally, until that rush of moonlight poured from the high tower, considering both the silver the resolve reflected in her eyes. Photo with Colonel Iron Whale, a photo pieced together back from recovered fragments. Scrawled on Messily on the back are the words, "I'm a bad kid, but thank you. This time it's not a lie." Oh, I didn't think this quest was gonna be so short. Also, it's interesting that I'm assuming the Telltale Heart is supposed to be a reference to the Edgar Allan Poe poem as well. It's kind of sad though. He kind of just like, well, it makes sense because if this is based on the Telltale Heart, like, homie literally kills someone and shoves the heart under the floorboards and tries to hide it. But like, it's still really sad. All he wanted to do was just be like, ah, yes, my dying child, here. I want to make you see the Aurora Borealis before you die. Hey, you. Know what happens to people who don't sneaky about where they shouldn't? Guess I'm finding out right about now. Look, this is all a bit new to me. I'm still learning the ropes. How about you give me another chance? Just give me one more chance. I promise you won't catch me next time. You take a knock to the head, we're not letting a single one of you thieving rats escape. Listen, that girl's probably run off with everything by now. Do you really have time to be standing about arguing with the likes of me? There's no need for you to be worried about her. You're coming with us. Oh, what the? How did you get here? Never mind, take them down. Be on my way. No need to see me off.
Wrath from the skies!
Mission over.
Okay, well. That guy completely disappeared, but alright. Say, send the verification of this batch of supplies here. I mean, there haven't been any major issues anyway. That won't do. This is our duty to follow the regulations. Confirmed. No issues. I knew there wouldn't be any. Can we go now? Let's go. Puffin! Oh my god, Puffin, lead the way. Oh, it went inside. Oh, it's gonna get cooked. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have followed it. No, we have to rescue the Puffin! The Puffin got locked up! Wait, where's the Puffin? I'm gonna steal this, but where's the Puffin? Won't be transported inside this building? Hold on. Puffin! Oh god, alright. Save the Puffin! Oh, I forgot we had to do this. This is a bad idea. We did this last time. And I still don't like it. Hello? Hello? Puffin?
Paimon wasn't expecting it to be so easy to get inside. Since we didn't come the usual way, we should probably avoid the Fatui.
Thanks, Paimon. Paimon, you're very observant. Ooh, chest. How chest? Go get chest. Give me the key card. Acquire said key card. How do I back out? Oh god. See, it'd be better if I knew how to read instructions. The answer is I don't. Why are stairs the bane of my existence? I need to read instruction. Instruction, go burr. Enter key card. Beep boop. Beep boop bop. It's telling you to get key card. Put key card in key card slot. And this is why the VODs are so much shorter on YouTube. Because on YouTube, I cut all of this bullshit out. Wait, hold on. There we go. See, this is why they made all these puzzles make you look up, because gamers don't look fucking up. Okay, yes, very ominous tunnel. Yeah, tasty tunnel. Hello? Oh. Say, the good old Poruch kid collected the proof of Cognoscenti. Think that counts as an abuse of power for personal gain? I mean, we're here on a mission. What the heck are we doing, digging holes for him like moles? What happens up there is none of our business. Do you think reporting it to the higher-ups will do anything? Because it seems like to me that they don't like the Poruchki Raskonovic up there either. Maybe my report's just the opportunity they'll need. You should keep these words to yourself. Huh? What are you trying to get ahead of me? That's low of you, real low. Ugh. So y'all don't like them either. Okay. Puffin puffin! Oh, the puffin's okay! Unless that's a different puffin, then that's a different story. Okay, I need to not get spotted.
So many chests! Traveler, let's check if there's anything good inside.
That's a terrible idea. That's gonna awaken those bots.
They're all empty! This is the only one left.
I've looked up and down there, haven't seen hide or hair of that thief. Where in the world could she be hiding? Well, it's not me, because she used she pronouns. Maybe she's gotten what she wanted and already made the big escape. That's not gonna look good on our monthly reports. Let me tell you, we're Ruchki Raskinoviks.
Someone's approaching! Let's hide! That container looks like a good spot!
We're just gonna hide. Can I hide in the...
Never mind that for now! Let's find a place to hide before we get caught!
Wow! Paimon being sensitive. Can I not hide in the chest? I don't like that I'm standing in the air for this. Am I gonna hide with the puffin?
Wait, Trevor! Scooch over a bit and make some room for Paimon.
Paimon, you are literally like the width of a centimeter. You'll be fine.
Ah!
What are you doing?
Huh?
For some reason, the container seems to already have been occupied. It's also clear that the current occupant is most displeased to have uninvited guests. Who is here?
Ow! Traveler, are you okay?
What the? What hole did you all crawl out from? Look, isn't that the thief we're looking for? That's a whole ass person. Give it back! That's my treasure! Give it back!
What treasure? You didn't touch anything! You haven't even opened the last chest!
Do you take us for fools, putting on this uneven spoil split in act in front of us? We'll take them all in. Both her and her accomplices.
Ah! Wait! We don't even know her!
I'm here on a Harbinger's orders! The Arlecchino sent me here! Also, technically Sundrone, but pick a more convincing lie, would you? That still makes you a trespasser. And we arrest those too! Oh. So, here's Arlecchino. I was telling the truth.
Lash attack! Kerplunk!
I have to defeat them in 20 seconds? Are you insane? Oh, we're fine. Who is this girl?
Hey! Where do you think you're going? You weasel trying to ditch us?
Say what you want. A true master thief only has her eyes on the treasure. I couldn't care less about anything else. And she's gone. That way, hurry! God, stay put! Man!
I'll make short work of yours.
Man!
Observe. Be silent.
Chew on this!
Oh. Listen, this was Arlecchino's orders, okay?
Huh? Finally, we're safe! At least for now. Ugh, just our rotten luck. Paimon would never guess that the container, contained the thief the Fatui were chasing. We wouldn't be in such a mess if it wasn't for her. Wait, now the chest is gone and we have to fight the Fatui! Oh, and did she accuse us of taking some treasure of hers? Lies! Lies and slander! Ugh, more Paimon thinks about it.
Speaking of, what is this? What is that? Huh? What did we take from her? Something I swiped in the dark. So we did steal stomping from her. Hello?
Huh? Is this the treasure she mentioned? What should we do now?
Let's take it to Lost and Found. Let's just leave it here and pretend we didn't see anything. Actually, I'll just take that for my own. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Maybe she'll come back and look for it, but will she really? Paimon wouldn't have cared as much if it was just an item from a chest no one knows. We should find a way to return it. As long as it's returned to the rightful owner, everything will be fine. But we probably caught the attention of Fatui here, so let's keep it on the download to make things easier, yeah?
They're still gonna be on the alert for us. Just lock her up here? Is that what we're doing? Yep. Poruchki Raskolnikov's orders. Did you say Raskolnikov? That's Poruchik Raskolnikov to you, thief. Show some respect. Forget about her. Where's the chest? Have you delivered it to the archives? Bakunin's on leave today. I bet he's drowning another cup at the flagship right now. He sure knows how to enjoy life. Let's leave the chest in the dormitory for now and worry about it tomorrow. Man, am I gonna have to break her out? I don't wanna. Hello, I'm breaking someone out. Don't worry about me. I'm just doing stuff. After some effort, you convince the Fatui guard to take a break elsewhere. Oh, this was to... I thought I had to just walk around and do a puzzle thing. Talk to the girl. Hi, buddy! Wow, they put a giant room for you, actually.
You two? If it hadn't been you, I would have snagged the proof of Cognoscenti and gotten away with it by now. And you also stole my... Whoa! Calm down! Things were chaotic back then and we didn't mean to take anything from you. And see? We're here to return it to its rightful owner. Anyway, we'll return it to you right now. How should we do that?
Could you open the door? Since you can see us, we'll just leave it here.
You can't be serious. What is this cold indifference that you're showing to a fair damsel in distress? If it were Reed Miller, he would have rescued me in a heartbeat.
Fair damsel, and my name's not Reed Miller. Also, Reed Miller mention? Anyway, that's suspicious as all hell.
Of course you're not. No one in our time is his equal. You're also here for the proof of Cognoscenti, right? How about this? You help me get out of here and I'll consider sharing some clues with you.
I think we'll do just fine without your clues.
That's right. We can find our own way. We're very experienced in that department. Huh? Wait, don't go. How about information on Raskolnikov?
Oh my god, I can't pronounce that.
Raskolnikov. Poruchki Raskolnikov. They say he's quite somebody here. Though wreaking havoc here wouldn't be a bad play. It'd just be like how Reed Miller ransacked the governor's palace, took back the Sampo mill, and stole the heart of the governor's daughter. I mean, it would be in your best interest to claim your treasure with grace, no? The information I have will definitely help. Please, I beg you, please help me. If Raskolnikov learns that I'm here, What do you say, traveler? Should we help her?
Already here, may as well. I guess we can do it for intel.
Splendid! Today really is my lucky day. I've already swiped an ID card off the guards earlier, so I just need the other one and we'll be all set.
You mean the one I have in my hand? And the one that I apparently can't get out of this cutscene with? Okay, so here's the other one.
I don't know where the other card is, but even if you find it, there's still the problem of getting it inside and placing it high up to remove the barrier. It boggles my mind why the Fatui would invent such a strange device.
Bada bing, bada boom, she's done.
Nice! Now we can return the stuff we took from you by mistake earlier.
My gut's telling me she's a tsundere? A little bit. I am partially thinking that she might actually be the governor's daughter that's in the Legend of Reed Miller book, but
I didn't expect it to go so smoothly. I even got something as powerful as the Moonstriders. I'm sure they'll come in handy later. Speaking of, you aren't bad at all. Maybe just a bit shy of Reed Miller's level, even though we look the same age, and... Is that a chatty fae next to you? Paimon's not a fae! Paimon is Paimon, traveler's companion and guide. And also, why do you keep comparing us to some thief? We're properly registered adventurers! Were you commissioned by the Adventurers Guild to come here then? So you weren't. Makes sense. She did say she only told me. Well, this isn't exactly a commission from the Adventurers Guild. Also, why are you getting so nosy? You haven't even told us your name. That's not fair at all. Name? Call me Netochka. Soon enough, though, I'll be known as the reincarnation of the legendary thief Reed Miller, heir to the great treasure Netochka, the thief extraordinaire.
I think Honorary Knight sounds better. I'm the hero who saved the city from the evil dragon. My title would leave you quaking in your boots. I love that technically 2 of them can apply to Mondstadt, in theory. I'm gonna go with I'm the hero who saved the city from the evil dragon.
Well, I've heard stories like that, though they sound more like some things children would enjoy. Anyway, you're not here for a commission and you don't like Reed Miller, so why are you interested in the proof of Cognoscenti? Is this about the great treasure? No romance or destiny involved, just here for the loot?
My destiny does not lie here. I'm a practical person.
What about you then? Aren't you here for the treasure? Well, I must say, I kindly ask you to return the Sampa Mill and all other ill-gotten gains stolen from the Frost Moon Scions right this instant. Remember, Nodkrai is our Elysium, and we need neither gods nor pompous lords here. Wow! Why are you like Fischl? Haven't you read the legends of Reed Miller, thief extraordinaire? Ugh, never mind, of course you haven't.
Hey, I have! Excuse you.
I mean, wouldn't fall for him after reading that.
Okay, so she's not the person that Reed Miller took. She's just official, essentially, doing the same thing Fischl was doing.
I came across this book when I was still in Novikitsakrad. From that moment on, I knew my mission. Upon my arrival in Nasha Town, the very first person I met gave me a clue regarding the proof of Cognoscenti. That's destiny for sure! Just as the oppressive, greedy governor here stole the treasure from the Frost Moon Scions all those years ago, the Fatui now have seized things that don't belong to them. I must retrieve the proof of Cognoscenti from them and find Reed Miller's great treasure. So that's his name now, forgotten, will be held in esteem once more throughout the whole world.
So you're a diehard Reed Miller fan. You're a cosplayer?
There's nothing wrong with that. And just like how Reed Miller had his trusty companions Shadow Weasel and Vogtail, your unexpected arrival must also be fate.
I don't think I'm a very flirty, femme fatale type character to be Vogtail. And also, I don't think I'm interested in you, buddy.
Otherwise, I'll probably still be stuck here, even if you hadn't taken my treasure. Huh? So, what exactly is this treasure you're talking about? It's a thief's starter kit that someone sold me at a heartbreaking discount. However, none of the doors here have keyholes, so it's completely useless. That person was like a prophet from the old tales. She seems to know everything about me and my intentions at first glance.
I'm telling you, that was Vogtail. I'm telling you, that was a retired Vogtail for sure.
Not only did she prepare everything I needed, but she also pointed the way forward for me. Just for me.
Even Paimon wouldn't fall for that.
What do you mean even Paimon wouldn't fall for that? Wait, you're right. All that heartbreaking discount exclusive information stuff sounds like a scam.
Or it could be Dory. No, you're so right. It might have been Dory.
Wait a minute. Did you get all your intel from her? That's not reliable info at all! That can't be! She was so sincere! There's no way she was lying! You just haven't met her yet, I think. When we get back to Nasha Town, I'll introduce you. As for Raskolnikov, well, Poruchki Raskolnikov, I do know him. We knew each other back in Novikitsakrad. But never mind him for now. We just need to find the proof of Cognoscenti. So let's keep moving. It's just like when Reed Miller, the thief extraordinaire, and his 2 sidekicks, Shadow Weasel and Vogtail, come again.
I call dibs on Shadow Weasel. You can be Shadow Weasel, Paimon. Now I'm gonna be Reed Miller. For sure.
No way! I was here first, so I should be the one playing Reed Miller. Paimon's the most unique character among us, so it makes a perfect sense for her to play Reed Miller. What kind of roleplay is this anyway? You're right. It's juvenile. Then let's go with Nedochka and the thief extraordinaire and her merry companions, Goldfinch and Snowy Owl.
Can I be Snowy Owl?
You think that's better, Traveler? Okay. Snowy Owl doesn't sound too bad. It's all mysterious and wise and stuff.
Snowy Owl is like the worst name to give to Paimon, but okay.
So that's settled then? Now we can focus on finding the proof of cognoscenti. Earlier, I heard that the chest was sent to the dormitory. Those two Fatui didn't follow Raskolnikov's orders. They're definitely in for big trouble. He's always been a meticulous guy. Everything has to go exactly as he plans. You can call him a perfectionist. No matter what troubles come up, he always manages to handle it methodically. Some people really admire that trait. Anyway, enough about that now. We've got the proof to find, and I still remember the direction those Fatui went. Follow me.
Why are we all peering like that?
Looks like we're in for a tough.
Oh, well, did we have to do this, buddy? There's no intruders. I don't know what you're talking about. Right, anyway. Girl, you're running so fast. Come back. Okay, never mind. You're actually running kind of slow. Where are we going? Uh-huh. Okay. We ran in a circle, but sure. Okay, now we're outside. Cool. Is no one gonna see the dead bodies on the ground? Oh, and she jumped off. Okay, hi. This is the most animated I think any of the NPCs have been in a hot minute.
Nedochka, are you sure it's this way? It looks dangerous.
This entire place is dangerous, Paimon.
Trust me, this is definitely the right way. Besides, isn't sneaking across rooftops what cool rogues do? We need to keep our voices down. Don't worry, Snowy Owl. I'm here with you. Let's go.
Bro, this is the most inconspicuous sneak mission I've ever seen in my life.
I'll leave the one on the right to you, Goldfinch.
And we killed them. Girl is up here ignoring the rest of that's happening. Okay.
I didn't expect the Moonstriders to come in so handy so soon. I'll take care of the top. Watch this. Piece of cake. Are you all okay? Paimon didn't expect you to be this good, Nekocha. Of course. How else would I live up to the title of Great Reed Miller, Return to Tevat at last? You can count on me from now on.
Bro, I have not seen an NPC jump like that, I think, throughout this entire game. They're so animated now. I'm gonna suspect that the UGC development also helped with this, but she does low-key look like the more aligned to the... Oh, girl! What the... Girl, I can't do that! I want to do that! Hello?
Looks like we're in for a tough.
Man.
Laid bare. Yeah.
One of them slipped through the cracks. Bag him first. Talk later. Anyway. She definitely looks more like a UGC character than anything else. Right, it's crazy that she jumps. Oh. I'm gonna have to become a little guy.
It's just down here and inside. I'll split up for now. Goldfinch, Snowy Owl, don't get lost now.
Nedochka scales the wall and roof with the power of the Moonstriders and vanishes from sight.
Looks like she's having the time of her life. Traveler, let's hurry up and catch up.
And that's why, become Kunheki. Oh. Cool, I get that.
Right here, come on, follow me.
Okay. Where are we going? Did we go in a circle? Oh wait, no, this is a different room.
Looks like their dormitory. Where's that treasure chest? Let's look around.
I'm gonna steal someone's bed. There's clearly no chest in the bed, so maybe under it. Whoa! No chest in sight, and completely spotless to boot. Okay, no need to be sarcastic. Oh no, I wanted to see what the other one was.
Oh, a floor plan. Did we really just get our hands on some top secret info this easily? Paimon thought grabbing an important item like this would only come from some dramatic scene.
Paimon, you're breaking the fourth wall a little too hard right now. I thought that was the right one, I guess not. Wait, what do you say?
There's nothing here. But how? Did you find anything on your end?
Well, I didn't check the last spot because I wanted to see what you said. A container that's just here for some reason. Reminds me of the time Netushka read as a beat pushing us out during the previous attempt at hiding inside one. Wait, where's the puffin? Is the puffin okay?
It seems the proof of Cognoscenti isn't here. At least the chest containing it isn't. But look, at least we found a floor plan of this place. I'm just not sure how useful it'll be, though.
How terribly careless of them. Someone in Nasha Town would probably buy it.
Oh! Guess it'll go to the highest bidder then! But if it's not here, where else could it be? Oh, should I check the archives again, or...?
Ha! Seriously? I've been itching to see him eat crow. Of course it's real. You know what Poruchki Raskolnikov is like. You think he's gonna let someone get away and fumble like that? Tell me about it. I had a minor slip up at work before. It wasn't a big deal, but I got slammed over it.
Are they getting closer or something? We can't let them see us. Let's improvise and hide. Gotta look for a spot.
I'll take the container. The voices and footsteps get closer and closer. No time to hesitate. You pick your spots and hold your breath. Where's the floor plan? I thought I left it here. You don't see it? Did you lose it somewhere in the archives when we were moving chests earlier? I don't think so. Maybe I lost it back in the mess hall. Ugh. Man, fine. I'll go back and look. Wouldn't want to get in trouble again. Well, you said that the thief and her lackeys were gone. For all you know, we'll soon have Dahabi's little crooks peddling copies of the floor plan up and down Nasha Town. Don't scare me like that! That's it! Split up and look for it. The voices and footsteps fade away. You carefully exit your hiding spots.
Finally out! Who would have thought it'd be so dusty inside? What on earth was it used for anyway?
Cremation. I don't know.
Looks like my lucky streak continues. It's dust-free under the bed.
Should have squeezed in with you.
It would have been a bit tight, but you would have managed. Huh? That's a bit too close, Goldfinch. You an idiot? Baka? Netotska? Only idiots call other people an idiot out of nowhere. Wait, what does that have to do with anything? In that case, keeping a polite distance is only proper. It's about etiquette, I'll have you know.
Weren't we inmate companions?
Inmate? Paimon doesn't think we're inmates yet, but we can be considered companions, can't we?
We're role-playing companions, if nothing else.
That we are! Well, Goldfinch and Snowy Owl are ready here. What about you, Great Netochka? Are you ready to keep looking for the proof of Cognoscenti? Give me a moment. They ended up moving the chest into the archives. We should be able to find it there. We've been all over the shop looking for this thing. I would rather take a commission from the Adventurers Guild. This is the key to the secret of the great treasure. You can't simply compare it to commissions from the guild. Besides, we have the floor plan now. That's our treasure map, no? Come, Goldfinch, Snowy Owl. We'll be on our way. It's just up there. I'll go ahead.
Whoa! Oh, that's a lot of people. Excuse you.
Observe.
Transfixed.
Melikov.
Yeah.
Oh, there's more. Sorry, Melikov. You had to die first just in case. No reinforcements here. I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, that's mine now. Yoink.
What greater pleasure is there than the unexpected?
Nedochka, come back! Nedochka! Oh, that's a lot of books.
Hyman's got a bad feeling about this. We're not gonna come up empty-handed, right?
Ooh, there's a lot of books and I want to read them. Oh my god, wait. Ooh! You gave the lore person an entire library of books? You're so cooked, bro. Nodkrai Regional Safety Assessment Report. A few thick volumes. Man, I can't read them! Rigged. Anyone up here? No. Ooh. Anything? Technology research. No usable information can be discerned. Any more here? Nothing? Staff causality, reward, and punishment records. The section about nothing passage seems quite intriguing. Is that all the books I got? Nothing else? No? Okay, cool. What did I pick up? Okay, that wasn't a book.
I can see something from here. Looks like the disposal workshop. It's on the floor plan too. I guess this is where they get rid of defective products. Look up! I think I see someone!
Zoom! Enhance! I don't know who those are!
It's Raskolnikov in the chest!
Sir, the proof of the Congnoscenti has been recovered. I brought the goods. What about you?
Good work! You've done well! Rest up before the next assignment! And let's have nodkrai hot dogs for dinner today! Wait, why did Paimon get so caught up in acting? Looks like you're both masters of disguise and infiltration. Goldfinch, Snowy Owl, you sure are reliable partners. However, it'd be better if you both were more committed to playing the characters in terms of speech and mannerisms.
Hey, I'm trying my best. I'm trying to voice you and also Paimon at the same time, and you know what? It's hard, okay?
Huh? What are you, a film director? That's asking way too much. Huh? This is nothing compared to what's required for ballet performers.
Okay, ballet performers do have it hard, but also I'm saying this as someone who's done vocal stuff. It's hard doing multiple voices, okay?
So you watch ballet? I thought you only watched... Wait, that's not the point here. Anyway, let's put the roleplay aside for now. And pretty much confirm that guy is called... Ras... That's whatever. Retrieve the proof of Cognoscenti, right? By the way, why are the Fatui collecting the proof? Are they also interested in the great treasure? Could they be in the middle of a financial crisis?
I don't think so. Unless Child spent all of their money. That's what happens when you spend money recklessly.
It's hard to imagine that the Fatui would take interest in the great treasure because they're out of funds. Is that the Ross guy's personal interest then? Wow, asking his subordinates to find treasure for him, that's...
living the dream!
Yeah! Reaping the fruits of other people's labor while lounging on a comfy chair?
See, Paimon's no better than any of us.
If it's the Raskolnikov I know, he wouldn't do this out of personal interest. In fact, he doesn't have anything that would even be considered personal interest. There must be some motive. The only thing he's interested in getting ahead of the game, so maybe he plans to bribe his superior using the great treasure. Come to think of it, Paimon's never asked, what exactly is your relationship with that guy, Nedochka? It's unusual for a thief to know so much about a Fatui officer.
He's my father.
We just know each other from before. We're both from Novokitsgrad, so it's not that strange that we know each other, right? Besides, think about it. No one ever questions why the Fey governor of the story wanted to seize the Sampo mill, right? Point is, the mill didn't belong to him, just like how the proof of Cognoscenti doesn't belong to the Fatui. So naturally, we, the ones on the side of justice, must take it back. Goldfinch, Snowy Owl, this is where we carve our names in fame and glory of Reed Miller's successors! For fame and glory and for the great treasure! Well, if the traveler, if Goldfinch says so. But that guy's also an officer here, right? How are we supposed to get the proof of him without exposing ourselves? Based on the floor plans, we can quickly get to the second floor of the disposal workshop from the archives and get it done before he leaves. He thinks everything is under his control, including the chest, which ended up in his hands just as he wanted. But he can't control us.
Now he's starting to sound like an ex. Girly, what's going on?
That'd be so Reed Miller, appearing at unexpected times and places, making a dashing entrance, and then gracefully departing. A perfect performance.
She is obsessed. Okay, we're going.
Find a way to open the gate.
Hey, beep boop bot. Hi, buddy. Oh. Don't look at me. Oh, am I supposed to clean? Is this cleaning bot on the fritz or something?
Yeah, he's getting suspicious. Better back up quick. Don't look at me. I'm cleaning. Don't worry about it. I'm cleaning all the dirt in this area. Wow. There's so much dirt.
Whatever. Back to training. Left. Turn. This is training? About turn. I don't think that was an about turn, but sure. Yoink, 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 yoink. Right, turn. Y'all didn't see that? Oh, so he's stupid. Anyway. Exiting cleaning bot mode. Hi, y'all are idiots. Anyway.
Laid bare.
And you're all getting fired. Thank you.
Ah, something with which to commemorate this occasion.
Open the door. Now, what is that? Ah.
Huh? How did we end up on the other side? We followed the floor plan exactly.
Do ants in a maze know that they travel along predestined paths? I'm surprised that you took the bait without speck of doubt. You've fallen right into my trap, little thief.
Raskolnikov?
It's Poruchik Raskolnikov. It's been a while, Nedochka. I never expected Police Chief Stalinov's daughter to end up playing thief in this godforsaken place.
Police Chief's daughter?
Seems these two playmates in your game of house don't know you very well. Not that it matters. I must say, your little farce helped me root out quite a few deceptive two-faced subordinates. Organization members who fail to execute orders to the letter should be terminated immediately.
Never mind Nedochka's background. We have lots of odd ducks. So what if she's the police chief's daughter? Snowy Owl? And all that talk about executing orders to the letter, you're all just moving the chess back and forth. The one giving nonsensical orders is the real weirdo here.
Such a terrible waste of manpower. Hand over the proof of cognoscenti.
Oh, right! All this nonsense almost made Paimon forget that! That's what's important here!
And it doesn't belong to the Fatui! I must take it back! That's my mission! Take it back? Ridiculous. Of course, Reed Miller's treasure doesn't belong to the Fatui. It belongs to Her Majesty the Tsaritsa. Whoever brings the great treasure back to Snezhnograd will be rewarded. Should I do so, I could even be promoted to staff officer.
I knew it! You're just as obsessed with these titles as ever!
Enough! Since you claim to be Reed Miller's successor, you must be prepared to follow in his footsteps, too. This place shall be your execution ground. If you have any last words, now is the time. But I will not relay them to the Chief Stalinov on your behalf. It's time that he never finds out what happened to his precious daughter. I owe my former teacher this much respect.
Precious daughter? All he ever cares about are his endless cases and promising juniors like you!
You're no better, still arrogant as ever. What matters little, because this will all end shortly. So you really don't know who I am? Mere Fatui joiners?
Looks like we'll have to do this the hard way!
I'm sorry I lied to you. I do know him, but
None of what I know will help us. I can't even help much in battle. There's no point in saying that now, Netishka. We're literally about to fucking die. Just leave the fighting to us, the Traveler.
I knew it would end up like this.
But you prefer things this way, right? Straight up fights are better than wild chess hunts. Ah, watch out!
Well, this is not that. Oh, never mind. Okay, that's kind of bad. That's.
Ding dong,
I'm gonna avoid the. I'm gonna avoid that. Yup. Anyway, I'm gonna bait this one over here. Yeah. Come over here. Get smushed. Thank you. Ugh. You're doing your work for me. Thanks, buddy. Wow. Ugh, I love this. Oh, why didn't you die? Hello? There we go. Perfect. Anyway, you want to come over here? Psst, psst, psst. Come over here. Why are you still alive, buddy? Get over here. How are you not dead? Bro? Where? How did you teleport to the other side? Oh my god, this way. He should have died 3 times over. Bro, where did... How? How are you doing this? Oh, oopsie. Don't hurt me. I'm a superior officer to you. Just go over here. Come over here. Bro, please. Just do the thing. Thank you. Rats scurrying everywhere. Take this. Oh.
Oh boy, this bad guy looks like bad news. We could have one of the hammers hit it.
That's what we're trying to do, buddy. Psst, I'm here. Go pew pew. Do the thing. Do the thing.
Overruled.
Am I actually gonna have to fight it?
The hearth.
Ooh,
Now it's
not Arlecchino. She was like my 1 damage dealer, bro. My 1 damage
Be
dealer.
silent.
Oh, maybe I do have to kill it. Hold on.
Lash attack!
I don't have a shielder though.
The
That's not
night
good.
cometh.
I love doing like 100 and something damage.
I will return as an avalanche.
That's not good. That's not good. We're really screwed.
I know! Cupcake.
Not great. I'm gonna have to learn how to dodge. And you know what? I don't know how to do that. Stop shooting at me. Do I have to do something? I'm probably gonna have to do something.
Ah! Looks like it's powered by the
Well, thanks, buddy. I'm trying. I don't know how to do the thing. Oh, did I just need to run out the time? Goldfinch, just a little longer. Please, if you waited any longer, I think I actually would have died. Here we go. Goldfinch, the hammer is yours. Smash that big guy into pieces. Oh, we're back. Oh, you know what? This is a bad idea. Keep smashing. Don't get back up, I don't have healing. Don't get back up, I don't have healing. Don't get back up, I don't have healing. I have 1 character to my name. Please stop.
overruled.
Why did you miss? Why? I'm working on it. I'm so working on it, bro. I'm pressing T to the best of my ability. Oh my god, please! Please. Oh, I have red. Hold on. Oh, there we go. I have to do it one more time. I need my E to come back. I need my E.
Yeah. I hear the children singing.
And then they died. They never came back. No! It was on the last hit, too! Flynn's is just a baby. He's level 20. I'm literally not gonna need it, but How did you live? How did you live? Maybe I should stop standing still. That's probably also a good idea. I know it's just a baby. She's not built for this. I need 20 seconds. Can you hurry up and do something? Nenochka! At least Aido's having fun. She's trying her best. Nenochka, do something. Like, actually, it'd be so nice if you did something. Like, it'd be so nice, girly. You want to help? You want to help, girly? Slam, slam. No, Arlecchino!
Children
No! I'm gonna be fucking stuck here, aren't I? I'm gonna be fucking stuck here and repeating the same scene over and over again. Like a fucking Subaru Samsara! I'm gonna lose my mind! At least this music's banger, though. Damn, call me Finon, because I'm going through the fucking cycles, bro. Bro.
Maybe this
Broski! Hello? Do it. Woo! Finally! What? How?
Oh, Paimon knows. It's almost like we can always repeat the story over and over again, so we're stuck here, and it doesn't let me change the characters! And so I have to do this 3 times! This is what they call turning in their own blade onto them.
Seems I miscalculated. The proof of cognoscenti that you seek is in my hands. If you want it, follow me outside. And I'll be waiting for you at the highest point of the Experimental Design Bureau.
Ah! He ran away! That coward!
Leave it to me. I'll go after him. Oh! Well, she's dying. That's great.
What happened to the weather out here? I'm sorry. I didn't want to drag you guys into this.
It's too late. It's too late for that, girly. Oh, it is thunder clapping. Where's my Raiden when I need her?
Sorry I made so much trouble for you again. We're used to it at this point. Now, if you just ditched us or tried to shoo us off at this point, now that would make us mad. Okay. And thank you for keeping me company. That's more like it. Speaking of, didn't that Ross guy say he'd meet us at the highest point? Why is the lift malfunctioning then?
Probably because he's a little bitch. What should we do? Should we try to fix it? Knocking on it a few times might do the trick. Doubt it's that easy to fix.
Ah! That scared Paimon! She thought it hit her for sure.
Oh, I've heard about this strange lightning before. A treasure hunter I met told me that with the Moonstriders, it should be easy to jump from where the lightning strikes are to the top level. What? Guess you can fly up, Snowy Owl. But what about you, Goldfinch? I have my ways. As in sneaking around the outside area.
Yeah, that's child's play for him. But you might have to wait a bit.
Hey! I'm not gonna get lost. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm ready to go whenever you are. I'm going.
Everything should be fine now. Let's go.
Then I'll be off. Don't fall too far behind. Exiting cleaning operating system. Okay. Whee! Oh, that's really high up. That was really high up, and I'm gonna need a team for this, aren't I? This seems like a boss area. Gee. We're just gonna slowly walk there. Okay. I thought she would be a little bit faster, but it's fine. It does feel a lot more lived in when they walk to the area, but at the same time, it's just like, oh my god, I'm following an NPC.
Ugh, finally made it up here. He's alone? Paimon thought he ran so fast because he was going to call for reinforcements.
An ambush, perhaps? Then he'll have to pay for the price of his arrogance.
Looking down on us? We'll show him.
We're gonna die.
I'll fight with you.
She's gonna die. If you want the proof of cognoscenti, you must defeat me first. And that is, if you can.
Use of force.
He's gonna be so strong. Oh no, he's gonna be so strong, bro.
Things are about to get dicey. Busted.
Transfixed.
Oh, I didn't do the Arlecchino thing in time. Do the charge attack, thank you, thank you! Oh, never mind, we're totally fine. I thought it was gonna be a rigged battle. Oh, never mind, it's a rigged battle, never mind. I thought this was gonna be easy. I lied. This shit's rigged. This shit's so rigged. What do you mean? Where are you going? Hello? Hello? This shit's so rigged.
Busted.
Why? Stop. Stop. Get some help.
Yeah. Game's up. Fun's over.
Not the smartest plan, but you know what? It's gonna do something. Trust me, it's gonna do something. Anyway.
Overruled. This is where you fall.
Teamwork is dream.
We're so okay. We don't need to worry. We'll be all right. Can I get my burst up? No? Okay, fine. We'll be so fine. I ran out of Arlecchinos. Nope. Hold on. I ran out of Yoland's things. We're okay. I don't think I needed to burst for that, but you know what? We're okay. Yay! We killed him! We won! Now, hand the proof over! Come and get it yourself.
Paimon didn't expect you to admit defeat so easily. And there really weren't any reinforcements.
This is good. It means that something's gonna happen. That he's gonna stab her as she walks up to him.
Could this be the trigger to an even bigger trap?
Didn't you say you get promoted if you brought the great treasure back to Snezhnograd? Why are you giving us the proof so easily? 'Cause it's a fake. When did I ever say that I'd be the one to do that? Keeping the proof at the design bureau will bring nothing but trouble. Oh! As long as it stays here, there'll be an endless swarm of rats covering it, trying to infiltrate the supposedly impregnable stronghold, just like you lot. I'm on guard to the design bureau to ensure its efficient operation, but orders from my superiors must be obeyed. This already constitutes insubordination, of course, but due to my failings, the proof of Cognoscenti that we spent so much manpower to find was ultimately stolen by a petty thief. Now you can go back to Nasha Town, wherever you want, to announce your victory. Did you lose to us on purpose? Losing to an opponent who has deep ties with the Harbinger brings no shame upon me. I'm impressed you managed to find such help. So you did know about us.
I thought that you were exceptionally skilled, Goldfinch, but...
A fool blessed with blind luck. I always hated your kind. Forget it. Take the proof of Cognoscenti. The Experimental Design Bureau will no longer devote manpower to searching for this accursed thing. We won't meet again. If you insist on future unwelcome visitation, I'll show you what I'm really made of. It'll be fine, we have Arlecchino on our team. Razonnikov leaves. The curtain call is completely different from what I imagined, even with the proof of Cognoscenti. I need some time to think about all this. And she ditches us! What the heck? If only he were the big bad governor oppressing the innocent, then I would have... Now I'm made to look like the unreasonable child. I'm sorry for dragging you into all this farce. Say, do you really have connections to the Harbingers? That's a surprise. If you told me earlier, we could have been called Traveler, the Thief Extraordinaire and his merry companions, or Paimon, the Thief Extraordinaire and her merry companions, or something similar. Right. Speaking of which, you should take the proof of Cognoscenti. Yeah, it's much better in your hands than mine. Why do you sound so defeated all of a sudden?
Yeah, why are you giving up already? And didn't something like this happen just a moment ago? You and that Raz whatever guy, because I'm never going to learn how to pronounce his name, you talk in circles around each other and act like everything's settled afterwards. And that makes Paimon feel kind of uneasy, even if we did get the proof. It's like a sneeze that just won't come out.
That's a really weird analogy, but sure. I just suddenly realized that compared to Raskolnikov and all of you, just an insignificant character in the story like I've always been. I wish I could become Reed Miller, a true protagonist with the adventure to call my own. Someone who could claim the spotlight and receive the adoration of all. So I told myself that it was my destiny to become Reed Miller's successor, to turn my fantasy into reality. I came here in search of clues about the great treasure. Back in Nausea Town, Edie Imbi gave me some clues on the proof of Cognoscenti. Said I was special, that she'd chosen me. I was so happy at the time. And now that I think about it, how could I possibly have been the only one? She must have had other motives. All that talk about Reed Miller's successor, about destiny and mission, they were never meant for me. Still just a pebble by the roadside, worthless and unnoticed. You write your own story. Don't overthink it. Do what makes you happy. I think you should be able to write your own story, honestly. Like, in technicality, we're all NPCs in some greater world, but you know what? NPCs can become very beloved NPCs in terms of stories.
Yeah, how does the saying go? Everyone's the protagonist of their own story. All the world's a stage, and the actors are all its players. Something, something, Shakespeare. So what's wrong with us being Nedochka, the thief extraordinaire, her merry companions in your story? But like what we agreed, Snowy Owl is the character who embodies wisdom and beauty, and who's just the slightest bit mysterious. It's a role made for Paimon. Why do you sound like Evernight, actually? As for Traveler, Goldfinch, he could be the handsome and cool character.
I envy you, Paimon. I wish I could think that way. Do you have any tips on finding happiness?
Being kind of oblivious to everything. Well, Paimon's just happy being with the Traveler. Whether it's eating fancy mushroom skewers in the wild or feasting in a fancy restaurant, it's all good as long as you're done with the Traveler. I'm staring into the fourth wall, so I can tell you that friendship is magic right now.
So, if I want to be happy like you, Paimon, I just need a companion like Traveler? Not necessarily. You can find happiness in other ways, girly.
That doesn't sound right. Why do you always have to imitate others, Nedochka? That seems like something you should work out in therapy. You just have to be yourself. Everyone has a chance of becoming Reed Miller's successor, but only you can be you. Now it's starting to sound like voice acting advice.
But if I'm just being myself, would I actually deserve it? To be a brilliant character in people's eyes or special someone?
Hey! Why are you still going on about this? It doesn't matter what others think. Paimon doesn't get why you keep worrying over it. Even if you're not someone special, someone, or a big name, you can still be happy.
So you think none of that matters? That's really broad-minded, Paimon. That's a first.
Broad-minded? Yeah, that's right. It's the secret to happiness. Paimon can drop insightful lines too. I'm gonna stare straight into the camera, so I'm telling you that this is the moral of the story.
Well, since you think none of that matters, then, Traveler, would you become my best companion? I don't expect to be your special someone, but listen, that's already taken up by several other people in my party at the moment. Thank you very much.
Wait a minute! Best companion? That won't do! That title belongs to Paimon! Right? Traveler?
You talk the talk, but you can't walk the walk, Paimon.
Nedochka! You making fun of Paimon? You're already feeling well enough to joke around. And here Paimon was just a tiny bit worried about you.
Quick, say thank you to Paimon. Thank you, Paimon, and thank you too, Traveler. Snowy Owl, Goldfinch, you're both my dearest companions.
By the way, what are your plans after this? And the proof of Cognoscenti? I'll let you take the proof of this time. You've earned it. But if we cross paths elsewhere in the future, don't expect any mercy from me, all right?
Oh, it's a goblet! Oh, it's the goblet that the other dude picked up. It's all connected.
Oh, so we be rivals next time we meet? The two of us are formidable rivals, have you know? It's a shame we can't become best companions, but I'll work hard to become your greatest rival instead. Just you wait and see.
I like her as a character. I'm not even gonna lie to you. She's fun. Can't see Novokitzgrad from here. About Novokitzgrad.
I felt stifled while I was living there, but now that I've left, I find myself missing it. It's the first time I've been so far from home. I thought there'd be plenty of Fae living in other places too, like back home. Even Snezhnograd had his fair share of them. But then I ended up in Nodkrai and haven't seen a single one of them. Paimon also said she wasn't Fae. It's got nothing to do with the climate here, right? There's no snowstorms here, and you won't be left without options if you're caught without a stove in the wild. Oh, and even I saw someone drinking liquor from Novokitzgrad in Nodkrai. We're known for our liquor industry as much as our mining industry, but still, seeing stuff from home makes me sentimental.
That's cute. But homie.
Him. He used to be the best and favorite student of my father's. Guess he's made of a name for himself now that he's with the Fatui. I used to admire him too. I wanted to be like him, but I guess no matter how hard I try, I can never beat him. I used to think he didn't care about me at all, but this time I could feel his hostility. I wonder why. That comment about me being arrogant. No idea where that came from.
I mean, you are the police chief's daughter, girly, so there is that. When Vex in Congnoscenti's Intoxication, a goblet lavishly adorned. It is said to be a keepsake from Reed Miller, the founders of the Treasure Hoarders. Weavenexa-Congnoscenti's Intoxication. Legend has it that once upon a time, the Master Thief's wine glass held the world's best wine. It is also said it was also contained with the filthiest, most bitter rock gut, as well as tears that one might glean from the alleyways. That was the time when the black, bloody rain was slowly becoming a terrifying legend, when the Torch Forger had pleaded with Snezhnaya's new mistress for an amnesty for the borderlands. Perhaps out of gratitude for the Tsaritsa's mercy, Master Thief no longer chased the wealth of nobles who had fallen from grace. Instead, he consumed countless identities, seeking to soothe the people's sorrows with song and wine. Legend has it that the Master Thief who took off his silver mask had a face as beautiful as any snowland fae, and thus he moved through the banquets of the nobles with effortless grace, yet could lounge amidst the plebeian revelry with easy abandon, spinning the same electrifying legend for two equally hollow and unremarkable sorts of people he encountered. Sing for me this time of free-flowing wine, my beloved fae. Sing for the crown destined to rot, and for the name of immortal thieves. Make off with all the tears of sorrow in this world, and kiss the gods with a mocking smile. Not for pleasure, not for authority, but for a lover's radiant joy. From lovers' whispered pillow talk to drunkards' agitated shouts, the tales of the thief extraordinaire enchanted all who heard them. So the legend grew, until the singer and the subject of the ode blurred into a single riddle, passed from poet to poet across wearisome nights. So I'm assuming, since this is the one that we get from this quest, I wonder if Tolfin has any relation to Reed Miller then? I don't know. This is just, I feel like this is a continuation of the main story that they have, which is interesting, or at least the book. And then it goes into like, hey, this is how he became like legend, basically. The music low-key is giving me Surumi Island, and I'm very scared about that implication. Not to mention this giant tree. Let's not have a Surumi Island part 2. I think I'd actually cry.
Is that a tree? Kind of looks more like a crystal, but it's not glowing at all.
I don't know. It's a little bit of a combination of Economia and Surumi Island. Also, who's Ilmari? Another day, another empty bucket. What are you doing here? Fishing. So far, I've only caught things that aren't fish. Oh. Same. Also, I love that his hat doesn't really fit him properly. It makes this really funny look at him this way. If I were a knickknacks from shipwrecks, that'd be fine. Traveling merchants would buy those, but once I pulled up that boot with a half a... forget it. Talking about stuff like that will scare the fish off. Is there anything of note nearby? Treasure hunting, huh? That great treasure they say lies east of the moon and west of the sun. Doesn't take much to know that this isn't the place to find it. Though saying that there have been a few good shipwrecks in these waters, they may as well be treasure beneath the waves, not that you find it easy to get at. I heard talk that at the tavern too, from sailors who escaped their sinking ship. Said it happened on a moonless night, yet something was glowing among the towering waves. They swore it was a one-eyed krati, a monster that could swallow the moon. It was fighting a giant sea serpent for the right to rule its territory. For a long time after that, this whole stretch of ocean stayed as dark as ink. No ships dare pass through. They all feared the lost souls beneath the waves would drag them down. People claim those lost souls still wander nearby, but I say it's all just stories meant to frighten kids. I don't buy that nonsense. Oh! Interesting that you say the title, bro. We can roll the credits. Actually, what else do you say about this tree? It's cursed. It used to be like a whirlpool here. The sailors called it the Eye of Krati. Then one day, this tree just started growing right out of it. And that wasn't the only strange thing that happened around that time. Tracing it back, it all started with those rocks falling from the sky. Who knows? Maybe this tree's from the same place. It's a space tree? And there's so little shiny things that appear every now and again. Rare as you like those are. I figured there might be new kinds of fish, too. That's why I came out here. To try my You're trying to fish for alien fish? I used to have a fishing buddy who came out here, too. He said he kept hearing strange singing. Hyacinth? Not Hyacinth. Hyacilids. It spooked him so bad, he never came back. Only half a moon scion that one, but he inherited every one of their odd little habits. You're really suspicious, homie. Anyway. Never thought we'd find the proof of cognoscenti in a place like that. All thanks to Captain Graders. If there were any other way, he wouldn't deserve to be the captain of the Atlas. Can you slow down your talking? Darn it! Loves to falling overboard. Hark! Where's Hark? No, the Atlas won't sink. It doesn't end for us like this. Oh, the ship. Oh. Water-stained nautical records. I think you guys sank, buddy. The wind and waves are calm today. The ship is making steady progress. From the moment everything is normal, we should reach port in 20 days. Everyone's in good spirits. Well, apart from a few new shore huggers found slacking off and gambling down the cargo hold, Lovisa caught them red-handed. If Hark hadn't intervened, she'd have cracked their heads open like eggshells. Hopefully, they'll learn a lesson from it. The shield of a shield maiden isn't just some mantelpiece. In the end, they were docked 3 evenings' rations in order to scrub the deck for 3 days straight. The morning fog was thick, with visibility down to less than 10 chains. It didn't begin clearing until midday. We encountered a ship from the north, made of metal and sitting low in the water. She looked like a biggin. Greta decided to draw us near and say hello. After negotiations, both sides came to a satisfactory agreement. While we were there, something unexpected happened. Lovisa was visiting their captain when she smashed a hole in the deck and uncovered a hidden compartment. Inside was the legendary proof of cognoscenti. Though I've not had the foggiest how a feather is supposed to lead us to some great treasure. We've almost arrived at those notorious waters. There's something not quite right about these winds, and the waves grow ever more turbulent. Everyone on deck needs to stay alert. We've given wine and bread to the sea, but Gretter's still worried, so he made an offering of mora and even some iron coins. Though where they came from is beyond me. Hopefully it's enough to guarantee safe passage. Probably left astray by winds and waves. There appears to be no few ships that don't belong here following this treacherous route. We discovered a long-plume ibis on the stern deck, dead. This sounds bad, buddy. That sounds not great. It's just a little submerged. You know, just a little underwater. It'll be fine. And then we smash. Huh? It's hard to see where this leads. And what's with all the mist? I even wonder what's on the other side of this mist. Don't worry about it. I can't take a rock. I'm gonna take a rock with me, and I'm scared. I wish we could talk to this dude. This guy is just here. Well, I can't take... Oh, that is real misty down there, actually. How are plants growing here before? Not questioning it. Whee! Like a ship sailing what?
Traveler! You feel okay? Paimon's a little dizzy over here. I'm asphyxiating. There's no oxygen. We should have brought some canisters down here. I think I'm gonna die. Ah! Paimon thinks she just heard someone talking.
Ah! Ghost. I love that for me. I love ghosts. I love ghosts. That's gonna be so much fun. Mama's in the sheepfold. Don't be scared. Don't be worried. Uh-huh. I'm scared and worried. How about that? Hello? Salome! Salome! Where are you? Salome, please, say something. I'm so worried. I'm worried too. I'm scared. What's going on, girlie? How could this be? It's like she's a totally different person. Water-stained logs. I found an awesome new job! It's not like I've never worked as a private tutor before, but nodkrai's upper-class families? Well, you know what they're like, but Miss Salome's totally different. Every gesture of hers radiates the elegance of true nobility, though her elder twin sister, Salomia, is a bit more mischievous. But what child doesn't love pranks her age? I do hope they'll grow closer. To see these young ladies blossom into perfect gentlewomen, why, it would be my greatest pride. When I was tucking the two darlings into bed, they begged me to sing Mama in the Sheepfold for them. It's not my favorite lullaby by a long shot, what with its most quaint lyrics, but since the girls like it, I guess all is well. Thankfully, my fever is abated by this morning. Otherwise, I might have missed boarding the Fosgrin. And what would I do? How could my two little sweeties go traveling alone without their tutor's supervision? I'm still not sure how I caught the flu. I've always been meticulous about health and hygiene. Wouldn't do to infect the children, you understand. Salome has been in foul mood all day. She won't say why. When I was tucking her in at night, she covered her head with the blanket and turned her back to me with a humph. Is she mad at me? Or uneasy at being away from the comforts of home, I wager? Sweet little Salome, though, well, she's a different story. She apologized to me on behalf of her sister and told me not to take it to heart. As though I could! The only thing my heart has room for is love for these two children. Just as I was about to close the door, Salome whispered,
Miss Vedrana, can you promise me something?
Naturally, I accepted. For these two children who had left their home and their father to travel by themselves, I would promise them anything. Please go back to your cabin now and promise me you won't set foot outside your room until the sun is up. I hurriedly closed the door. I was so overcome with emotion that I nearly wept. Salome was worried about my health. As soon as I finish writing in my diary, I'm going to do exactly what she says and sleep until sunrise. Good heavens! A terrifying thing happened today. A passenger was attacked after dinner and no one knows if they're alive or dead. I took the children straight back to their rooms and put them to bed. Once they were asleep, I went to check on the situation at the scene. The damaged cabin had already been hastily repaired, but there was still water on the floor. Something, who knows what, had smashed through the hull and snatched the passenger away. At around midnight, the captain held a meeting in the dining room to explain the situation. There was nothing we could do for the missing passenger, so for the sake of everyone else's safety, the Fosgrin would leave these waters as soon as possible. Went to check back on the children. Their cabins sit toward the center of the ship. So long as they didn't leave, we'd be safe from whatever lurked outside. Perhaps due to worry, I hardly slept a wink. I got back up to check on the children, only to discover they weren't in bed. My heart seemed to stop for a moment. I ran up to the deck to find the chief mate and had him inform the captain. He gave me a very peculiar look, as though he thought I was insane. Not that I cared about how he viewed me, all I could think about was the children's safety. After about 10 minutes, the captain arrived. His tone was reassuring and he told me he was organizing a search. He assured me that the children must have gotten curious and decided to explore the ship. He said there were only so many places they could be.
it wouldn't take long to locate them. He completely ignored whatever beast it was that had taken the passenger and was probably still nearby. It appeared that child safety was in my hands. I scoured every corner of the ship until I finally found Salamea behind a cargo crate in the hold. Thank the stars. She seemed surprised to see me. I rushed forward and embraced her. Poor Salamea was wearing nothing but a thin sleeping gown. Her hands were freezing. I took off my coat and wrapped it tightly around her. I rubbed my hands together and cupped her shivering cheeks, asking her if she knew where her younger sister was. She looked at me with an expression I can barely describe, but didn't say a word. After a long while, she raised her hand and pointed to the cargo crate behind me. It was locked from the outside. When I opened that crate, I swear my heart skipped a beat. There where Salome was, curled up on the floor. She must have been weak from being stuck in the airtight crate for so long. I stretched out a shaking hand and held it to her face, and she was still breathing. If we'd gotten there any later, I don't even want to think about what might have happened. After taking Salome to the ship's doctor for treatment, I spent forever putting Salamea back to bed. The sky was already beginning to brighten, but I didn't feel tired at all. My mind was racing, trying to think what had happened. Who had locked her in that crate? What had the children done to warrant this sort of treatment? The ship's doctor said that Salome needed more time to recover, so I returned to the children's cabin. Salamea was awake. I knew it might be too cruel for her to think back to what happened, but I had to get to the bottom of tonight's events. But when I asked, she told me it shattered my heart. Even now I can scarcely believe it. As I write this, my hands are shaking. It was Salamea. It was Salamea who locked her sister in that dark prison of a cargo crate. This wasn't just some prank. There was something far worse. She had to have been punished. No matter what else may have happened, nothing could ever justify doing something so horrifying. Salamea cried as she begged me to forgive her. She said that if she hadn't done what she did, Salome would have left her. She claimed that Salome was a child of a fae, that she wanted to return to the world of her people. But the monster that took the passenger was probably Salome's kin. Nonsense! Utter blather! There can be no doubt that Salome is a human child, no different than Salamea. Though, are they not fae that can transform? A terrifying doubt took root in my heart before I tore it up and discarded it. Salome's impressionable mind must have been affected by reading unsuitable stories, just like that lullaby, Mama in the Sheepfold. Even now, I vacillate. Should I pen a letter to the children's father, informing him of Salome's wicked deed? I cannot say what doing so would mean for the girl. There's no time left to write today. I shall decide what to do tomorrow. And you didn't decide anymore, because I think you died on the ship. I don't think she lived. Anyway, can I climb up? Does that do anything? It's so weird that every time we're in like an underwater section, it's not really underwater and this is like a ceiling, you know? I love ceiling. That's my favorite. Sometimes I wish this was just like, oh, if you touch the ceiling, you just go into the water. Wow! There's a bunch of shiny little things we saw earlier. Wait, where are we anyway?
I don't know. Why does everything look like a chess piece? Cedra must have come here, right? Like, hello? She would love this place.
Could it be that we circled around to right where we were under that weird tree? And those green things, what even are they?
I forgot which one is which, stalactite or stalagmite. One is up and the other one's down, and I can't remember which one is which right now. There's a whole dude here! You mean your daughter? That question's a bit tough for me to answer, but I do have a sister who's much younger than me. Kids her age have all sorts of ideas. Okay, and then you disappear, thanks! Oh. The captain won't help us? Chief Stalinov looks like this fortunate one. Sorry, I didn't mean to offend. Mr. Shinnerstein's your friend, and I understand that. We'll come with him. Uh-huh. Sure. Where did homie go? You're supposed to lead me to a book, right? Allegedly. Oh, that was the book. Oh. All right. I see victims on the first line. Water-stained investigation notes. Victims. MZ Plekhanov. Loan Shark died a violent death with multiple stab wounds. VT Yakub, head of Black Spruce Trading Company, died in a freak accident, buried by an avalanche. Suspects: I.K. Dmitry, former rail worker, lost everything due to Plekhanov's exploitation. Ovi Kozlov, second in command at the trading company, has recent disagreements with Yakub. The two suspects were the most compelling motives. Both had airtight alibis, stemming the investigation. However, precisely because their alibis are so perfect, it raises suspicions that something else was going on. Two apparently unrelated cases, but with motives linked to the suspect on the other case. This can't be a coincidence. Dmitry and Kozlov come from vastly different backgrounds. Their lives and social circles have no overlap. There was no clear thread to connect them. However, upon investigating Dmitry's associates, I discovered that he was working as a locomotive engineer. Kozlov also served as an ordinary crew member on the same line. Clearly, Kozlov was not proud of his job, and he concealed this part of his past when he joined the Black Spruce Trading Company. The two were reunited by chance during a train breakdown, and due to one's past grievances and other's desire for power, agreed to work together. Dmitry used his inside knowledge to manufacture a natural avalanche, staging it as a tragic accident, while Kozlov used his own tried and tested methods to lure Plenkhanov to an abandoned warehouse and killed him. Fools always believe they can cheat fate. There's no such thing as the perfect crime. They're only imperfections that are yet to be uncovered. Chief Stalinov and Mr. Shenerstein were scheduled to meet on the deck. This agreed upon arrived, but Mr. Shenerstein was nowhere to be seen. We asked his companion Zorik, who was unusually calm and spoke with a coldness that felt out of place. He claimed to know nothing of Mr. Shenerstein's whereabouts, but when told his cabin might be searched, an almost undetectable sense of panic seemed to flash across his face, before quickly donning a mask of concern. He took great pains to sympathize Mr. Shenerstein's obsession with machinery and attempt to convince us that his absence was coincidental. My intuition tells me that he's lying. I hope this matter can be concluded before we reach Nasha Town. And then they never did, and then they died. We're stimulating the neurons. This is what happens when you dual GABA. It gives you dopamine, and this is your brain on GABA dopamine. It becomes a very gay tree. Anyway, the tree says bisexual rights. Oh, sick.
Huh? They all swam up! Traveler, let's head back to the surface and see what's going on!
Well, there's a lot of, these things now. That's so strange. Do you say anything different? How strange. Oh, very strange. Bro is just here while we're just, out here. He's just watching all this from afar.
Huh?
A reward on the road.
This feather!
Now that's strange. Did you see that? The tree just lit up all of a sudden, and these little things. Too bad they're not fish. Bro, give it up. There's no fish here.
So that thing in the center must be its root, huh? Paimon doesn't understand how it works, but now that it's all shiny, it looks way better than when it was dull.
You explained what happened earlier. It's pretty hard to believe, but you've got no reason to spin me a yarn. Looks like that fishing buddy of mine, that half-Frostmoon scion, was right after all. But so what? They're just remnants of the past. Whatever they sing or say is not gonna stop us living folks from catching living fish. I'm fucking starving. I haven't caught a fish in weeks. I'm a shit fisherman. Sorry. Anyway, you folks are treasure hunters, aren't you? That thing you picked up earlier.
This is the proof of Cognoscenti? It looks like a feather. Just really old.
A trader I know once said that if you collect 5 proofs of the Cognoscenti, you'll uncover the great treasure east of the moon and west of the sun. Close credits. You can finish this world quest now. You never have to come back. Who knows if it's true? Still, a lot of treasure hunters seem to believe the stories, all rushing after it like crazy.
Well, it's treasure after all. Yes, Paimon, she's kind of curious too.
If I were 20 years younger. Nah, even then, I'd still be out here fishing. That's my one character trait. That said, another day, another empty bucket. It's almost like if you fish in the same place, you're not gonna get fish! About the proofs of the Cognoscenti. The proofs of Cognoscenti, the great treasure that lies east of the moon and west of the sun. If you ask me, folks who greedily chase what isn't theirs rarely come to a good end. Take the Atlas, for example. I heard Captain Grettir was bewitched by all that talk of treasure. In the end, he met his fate at the bottom of the sea. And all that treasure, it's not like it stayed buried with him. All that fuss for nothing. Sorry to bother you, maybe go fish somewhere else. No worries, there's not a single fish in sight anyway. Please, homie, I am begging you to fish literally anywhere else. It's literally skill issue. Homie needs to, like, fish somewhere else. Look at this water, there is nothing here. Inscripta-Congnoscenti's flower, a feather. A feather is as dark as night. It is said to be a keepsake from Reed Miller, the founder of the treasure hoarders. Inscripta-Congnoscenti's feather. Back then, the pitch-dark, muddy currents had not yet crept into the barren tundra, and even the poor and lonely could sleep peacefully, protected by noble fae. But a life of dull toil, lived without dreams, cannot be deemed as suffering at all. Everyone was assured a small reward for their labor, enough to stay warm. For the Tsar of Snezhnaya had a merciful heart as a vast of an icy sea, and was generous even to the small and short-lived. Besides, the noble princes understood the ancient wisdom that living in the unbridled luxury could corrupt fragile mortal souls. Hence they alone would not struggle amidst hunger and cold, for it was they who had bare the sins of fullness for the sake of the people. Such compassionate wisdom, what paragons of virtue! The nobles and commoners alike sang praises to their ruler's holy name. Praise unto the master of all fae, who like a stern father had painstakingly established a hierarchical system of governance for all beings living through hardship. But just as the pure white light casts deep shadows, the nobles' good intentions were often lost on the foolish. And wherever a high wall was built to guard a treasure, those covetous of heart would always be tempted to steal it. In days before the dark torrent that swallowed up all life arrived, the matter of Elysium and ravens barged into the theater of history. His name was Reed Miller, the man who could become the master thief renowned across the nations. No one knew where this master thief had come from, just as no one could uncover his true nature, hidden beneath the endless lies he spun. Perhaps to mock those dressed in the sacred white, or perhaps to rouse those living in festering hunger, poverty, and resentment. The man raised the emblem of the Black Raven. He gathered the forsaken and the despised, and preached bold blasphemies to the very first band of treasure hoarders. To the poor and to the hungry, to the cold and to the pressed, and the abused, to my brothers and sisters, all of you who have found your way here. If you have ever suffered injustice at the hands of fate, or if you have ever wept through the night for your neighbor's pain and suffering, if you too long for the refuge without fear, and if you too dream of a world where no tears are shed, then you too must break free of your chains and join us, your brothers and sisters. Let the dead bury the dead and rise to build an Elysium for the hungry and the poor on the wealth of the high and haughty. I guess we should go look for the rest of them, right? They're not out yet, really? Aww. I'm surprised they only gave us 3 of the Cognoscenti artifacts, unless they're continuing this chain later on. Gives us more lore for Reed Miller, I guess. Yo! Tolfin is still here! O friend who has hastened journey from afar, leave not in haste. Stay thy step, rest a while. See, the campfire yet burns warm, and the tale hath but scarcely begun. Let the winds through forest boughs and over the lake's heart sing for us, bearing the echoes of ages past, sweeping the weariness of your travels away. Then shall we weave the chapters left undone, that they may become the hope with which we greet the coming dawn. And the next song? Another tale of Reed Miller, the legendary thief of 5 centuries past. After all, there are just too many tales about him. Almost as many as the treasure hoarders lurking around this land. Forth the north the bitter wind doth blow. Through the huts of the poor it ever howls. From the north the bitter wind doth blow. And were it not for yon cold north, whence else should sorrow flow? From the north the bitter wind doth blow. From the north the bitter wind doth blow, and ever lingers worldly woe. The lords boast high of gold and gain, yet care not for the hungry, the cold, and the pain. Then came the legendary thief, like a whispering breeze, swift as the wind, vanish as mist among the trees. From the north the bitter wind doth blow, and still the world knows injust so. Yet legends endure to not ebb but flow. From the north the bitter wind doth blow. From the north the bitter wind doth blow. Reed Miller never masked his face. No wonder for a thief of his renown. Yet some claim to have glimpsed his true countenance. Perchance the truth lies hidden within the next tune. 'Tis said the thief once walked the world unmasked, his gentle smile remembered even by children of the wayside. The cruel gallows took not his life, he donned a silver visage, and his world fell silent evermore. Some say he veiled his light and hid his ways, while others claim beneath the mask he was no longer the rouge of olden grace. The great thief spoke no word of his designs, yet in quiet shadow he let the needy taste the glint of gold. A dark and dreadful doom swept over the land, and from the high tower poured the moon's pale hand, that melted forth the silver mask he wore. Since that fateful hour, though veils be gone, the sorrow in his gaze could hide no more. The next song, well, it holds a certain meaning for me. Perhaps it tells of Reed Miller, the legendary thief, yet also a poet in his own right. Amber wine trickles slow in our waiting cups. Come, let us toast the cawing in the night that refuses to fall silent. The first cup, the heartbeat no noose could stifle, soaring high like a stubborn, untamed ideal. The second, to that gentle valor which entrusts life to death to the soil, meeting the malice lurking in the dark with fearless grace. And the last I keep for myself. When the first 2 cups are spent, may the music of my lyre send courage forth into every heart not yet grown old. To we bards, the god of wind and song is the ever-guardian of every tune we spin. So let this next melody be my gift to his realm. May the winds of freedom bear you safety onward, my friend. The bards do strum their strings, not for the feast nor bright revel. The wind bears their song over lofty walls, piercing the proud and highborn. Mark well, the towers of old shall crumble with wind and time. This storm-forged tune of iron and defiance sings for every hero's struggle. She is the flute of Fontaine's blade dancers. She is the cry of Natlin's gladiators. Though strings may split, though the song falls silent on every street, at every window, she still hums her tune. If someone plucks out your tongue, you can still sing with your eyes. If someone blinds you in both eyes, you can still see with your ears. But if anyone dares to steal your song, the freedom you yearn for, that alone shall never do. I wonder if that's a song not about Venti, but about Issaroth. This is a song I dedicate to the Yaksha of the land of Glaze. As the abyss rose to devour the people, he leapt into the fray, charging alongside the warriors, yet never did he return. Disaster arrived in the land of Glaze, and a horde of ancient foes came surging forth. The Millith warriors held their rear, striving only to carve a lifeline for the people. Stone spears pierced through the darkened tide, fulfilling Rex Lapis's command. The Yaksha, worn and near collapse, pressed on through blood-stained cliffs. To hold the battle line, the fantastic compass restrained both foe and ally alike. In a fleeting moment, the Yaksha's wits returned, and he saw that the comrades beside him were not those of old. Ere his passing, he spoke his name, Bosacius, entrusting the cherished memories of bygone companions to another. Alas, all things must wither, and all gatherings part. Blood and time sink together into the hidden veins of stone. Mountains and rivers may shift with the sun and moon, yet the harbor city endures in steadfast pace. The hero is gone, but his deeds remain, steadfast as the unyielding peaks. I can't believe a story about Bosacius actually made it to Nodkrai. Friends, let wine set your cheeks aglow, for I sing not of kings enthroned, nor the monks and their laments. But hark, the tune of Uza and Shimiti sweet. Let not sorrow linger, lay down your grief. Al-Almar's palace lies buried unknown, no slaves' pastures, no roses kings are grown. Like snow on the desert, cold and brief, it blazes a moment, then scatters to grief. Mortals chase the sun and the desert's pride, while gods to their lovers grant heavens wide. Yet sweeter by far rings the drunkard's cheer than all their vain promises whispered here. Pour deep the wine, my friend, and sing, till fair Parisada's bloom shall spring. When the endless oasis it flowers again, my love shall return to be mine till the end. One cup of wine, one crimson rose, life slips away as the sand that flows. Yet on the vine, through sun and rain, the grapes still burn with a ruby flame. Sumeru immediately interesting. The next tune I raise sings the leader of the Loch Knights of ancient Fontaine, the Knight Erinys. Those eyes gleam like the sea. Tales of knights, wicked dragons, cunning wizards, and a holy blade are told and retold, for in Fontaine they are ever renowned. Hearing the envoy's intent, Knight Cunanan of Dunare flew into a rage, ready to strike down the one who dare propose marriage. But Knight Erinys, with eyes like the bright sea, held him back and addressed the envoy who sought to wed the Capitolani musician to her. O envoy of King Remus, tell the noble minstrel so, my heart I give you this fair land, and none else shall it know. Until unjust and tyrants can harm Fontaine no more, I shall marry none, nor be claimed. My heart belongs to these shores. This song tells of a tale sung far and wide in Natlan. Children of men and Saurians alike joined in part and handed to smite the Python king Ochkan, who had strayed from the god's path. First to arrive were the forebearers of Nanatsitskayat and Sakuk, a maid as fair as the green Quetzal's song. In darkness and in night they spoke, and pondered thought and counsel guiding them along. Then came Atwapala and Waskar, noble sons of Messily and Technokan, two brothers who roused the hearts of all, and made the timid stand as once more. Then old Yupankwi, honest and true, took to heart each warning of Shibalanke too. For the sake of those long gone, he too walked the path of young. Thus began their vow to overthrow the tyrant. Thus began the fall of their city of cinders. As they spoke these words, their eyes beheld, and their hearts prayed that a second sun might rise to bring them light. This song I raise in honor of the valiant warriors who battled the things of darkness, and in tribute to all present here. Hear me sing the Belitsar's expedition, and of the sacrifice of princes and heroes alike. Day by day they battled the hounds of the god of darkness, Chernobrog. The valiant warriors of Kitze, their shouts held back by the desolate plains, their golden shields spanned the open wilds. The earth did roar like rolling thunder, while arrows rained from storm-dark skies asunder. The children of the god of darkness pressed near, seeking to encircle the forces of Snezhnaya with fear. At noon on the 7th day, the banners of Belitsar fell in disarray. Beneath thundering hooves, black soil drank the crimson spray. Thirst bent their bows, and sorrow choked their quivers drained. Grieve not for the valorous fallen, nor fret the tides of time. To wash away our Lord's dishonor, rise, brothers, and in unity repay the blood with brave who bore this crime. Ha! That's interesting that you have all these stories, buddy, from like 500 years ago. Very interesting, Tolfin. If I had a nickel for every time there was a mass lore-important figure guiding us on our journey, impersonating other people, I would have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. I'm waiting to see how important this story quest is gonna be. I feel like it will be, because in the story, if you read the book, I was surprised that the person they described was the first czar, you know? So I think like as we slowly inch towards Snezhnaya, we'll probably get more information about Reed Miller, but I don't know. I think he's cool though, even if he is a thief.